I have something pretty special for you today. Today, I'm going to show you what life could be like if you could drop in commerce on any website, anywhere. For the last 2 weeks, the BigCommerce apps team at Space48, which is myself and Tom Saunders, have been or have joined into the BigCommerce hackathon. First hackathon that they've done. Super exciting. Set over a 2-week period for teams to come up with something novel on the platform, push the boundaries of what's been done before, make something better than perhaps what is out there on the App Store right now. Let's dive into what we've been working on. E-commerce in 2022 is still pretty restrictive and boxed in. Leaders in the space talk about content and commerce, weaving commerce into your content to make it more natural, being able to tell the brand story at the same time. But most e-commerce experiences end up feeling quite transactional. You're kind of stuck with your e-commerce templates, your e-commerce themes, or you have to go headless, which is the complete other opposite extreme. So we feel like this is a problem worth solving. Why is there no in between? Particularly when it's hard to be great at everything. E-commerce platforms are notoriously not that great at CMS compared to CMS platforms. But what if there was another choice, a more pragmatic choice, one that doesn't involve all this technology transformation? So our vision for this is that you should be able to sell your products anywhere. And BigCommerce has the BigCommerce buy button, which is an inkling of what's possible here, where you can create a sort of a product card or a button that would link off to the product, or perhaps even adding that product to basket, just from this little snippet. But having worked with some of kind of technology partners in the space, we could do more. Why can't we create an entire shopping experience that you can just kind of, with copy and pasting some code, put on any web page anywhere? What if we could replicate an entire category experience with filters and search and put that on any website, anywhere? So that was the nugget that started this hackathon, that question of what if things could be a little bit different. And the beauty of BigCommerce's open SaaS approach and its investment in headless is that the same plumbing and foundation that powers kind of those kinds of solutions, say the GraphQL endpoint, can also power this kind of solution. All it needs is another layer on top of it. And so today, I present to you Commerce Blocks. It's a way of providing product carousels and product grids, which you can configure in your BigCommerce admin through our app, and then with just a couple of lines snippet of code, copy and paste into any website. This is the Space48 website, built on WordPress, but with an e-commerce experience. We have dropped in a snippet that allows us to show a product carousel powered by our BigCommerce store. We can open up a quick view, which shows the rest of the product's images, and even add to basket, which will open up our BigCommerce storefront with the item added to basket. But not only that, we do offer a product grid, which mimics the typical category experience down to even having filters. We can filter our products by category or product filters. We can change the direction of products. Let's go alphabetical. We can paginate. And so everything we would typically expect to have on our storefront is now available anywhere. Even in your blog post, you can use this on your own store. Doesn't have to be an external site. We could use the power of these widgets and creating a commerce experience anywhere, and drop them in to create, rather than being dependent on assigning products their categories. We could create pages and display category-like pages with any products that we choose based on any filtered conditions. Here we have an example of a blog post with a very small grid applied at the bottom. Not only can you copy and paste snippets into any website, but we have provided a better integration natively for BigCommerce by way of a page builder widget that, while it doesn't have preview in the admin area right at this moment, allows you to choose from your different commerce block from the simple drop down and save, and it will be shown on the storefront. From an admin perspective, as I've been kind of mentioning, we consider these to be commerce blocks. And when we create a commerce block, you get to choose things like what channel it is for, what type. So carousel and grid are the options that we have right now. A few different display options like for filters and search. And kind of the main thing to consider here is the product selections. So this is for for our grid, we at the moment are showing all products sorted by price to low to high by default, but we can add filters there. Right now, we support categories. So you can say, I want everything from these 2 categories to be shown. And that will be, as soon as you save, all of your instances of this block will be updated. Or you could choose or search filter, search term. So I can say I want all products with sample in the name to be returned. And actually, I'll remove that category filter. You can also add exclusion rules to be able to hide things like out of stock products. For carousels, you might choose the specific products search selection. So I can search for my products, add them in, and just those 2 products will be shown in my carousel. The next thing to do to set this up on your website, say your WordPress blog, is to copy and paste this snippet, which has your block identifier and a little bit of JavaScript. I'm so excited about what we've been able to achieve just in 2 weeks on this project. I feel like there's an opportunity here. I feel like this is another way of doing commerce that should be possible. So with a few more snags ironed out, I feel like this is something that would bring a lot of value to the BigCommerce ecosystem. There's more to do. There's more that we could do, whether or not that's integrating the cart a little bit better and bringing even more of that commerce experience onto any website so that it's embeddable, whether or not that's a cart or maybe even a checkout. So I think there's more. There's analytics that we would love to do as well. So right now we have, a working version, but it would be great for this to be a channel so that you could track, much like how the BigCommerce buy button works. So you could track the sales and the revenue that's coming from each of your blocks and from this channel as a whole. So with that, happy hacking.